Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's 9:01 here now. Just brought my kids to school. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I got the stream open somewhere. Sorry, guys. All right. So I can see that there's the delay. So, am I pronouncing it right? Jeff Mikkel? Jeff has a question regarding what the rules are, the stipulations. So basically, if you are a channel member, which means you are subscribed to the Kaiju Daddy YouTube channel, which is 99 cents a month, and you get all kinds of perks. You are eligible to win this Wolverine. And by winning the Wolverine, you are paying costs. So exactly what I paid, plus you're paying shipping. Now, I am in Japan currently, as I think most of you know. If you are in Asia and you win this, I'll ship it from here. It'll be a lot cheaper. If you are in Europe or North America or South America or even Africa, I guess, I will bring it with me to the States next week, and I can ship it from there and save you a considerable amount of money on the shipping costs. So if you win, please let me know in the chat. Yeah, Ray, we're going to wait a few minutes. Please let me know in the chat. If you win and you're not present, you know, like I said, we have people all over the world. So when you have people all over the world, sometimes there's people sleeping. So, you know, not everybody can watch the chat live. So if you're not here present live, you have basically 24 hours to claim it. I'll send, no, I'm not. You know what? You got to watch the video. You got to watch the stream. If you don't watch the stream, you're out of luck. So if nobody claims it after 24 hours, I'll do it again. And I'll do it again. And I'll do it again until people claim it. So, yeah, make sure Greg is here, because I know that Greg and Ray have been looking for this figure for a long time. They want another one. Ray, you already have it, correct? You need to watch these things. You know, Ryan did his mystery box the other day, and he's been very clear on the rules leading up to the mystery box in terms of like engagement on the Facebook page and such. And, you know, he spelled it out multiple times. He's posted the rules. The rules were in the featured tab on the page. And still, you know, people who were part of the group for a while, they were kind of messaging him, you know, wanting to know how they could enter and everything. And then somebody won. I'm not going to say who it was. Somebody won, and he didn't watch the stream. He couldn't watch it live, but he didn't watch it within the 24-hour window that Ryan had stipulated. Now, again, I mean, everybody has lives, and that's okay. But, you know, those are the rules that people put in place. So, you know, we have to abide by those rules. So we're going to give a window for these free giveaways. The Wolverine is free until, in this situation, you pay for it, and then it actually becomes yours. But when we do streams for giveaways, if you are not in the stream or you don't contact us within 24 hours, you forfeit your winnings. If we do a waffle that you pay for a spot, that is not the case. You can miss the stream. I give you 24 hours to reach out to me, just so you can watch the stream and hopefully be surprised, because I think that's cool. But if you don't reach out to me within 24 hours, I reach out to you. So so that's how it works. So we want more engagement. We want people watching the streams. You know, if you don't watch the streams and we give something away, you're out of luck, unfortunately. So let me just go through and see who is here. Ryan is always here. He's always first. So, like I said, Ray is here. Ray wants one. He's got his hand up. So, like I said, I addressed it with Jeff at the beginning, just so that we're aware what the rules and stipulations are. So, again, if you win this, you have the option to buy the figure at cost. So, if you lived in Japan, this is what you would pay. That's exactly what it is. So, you're paying what I paid, and then you're paying for the shipping. Now, again, I'm in Japan. If you're in Asia, if you're in Australia, it makes sense for me to ship it from here because it would be cheaper. But if you are on the other side of the world, I will be on the other side of the world in a week. So if you want me to ship it from there, I can do that and save you money. Just, we'll talk about it, and you just let me know what your preference is. So again, to be eligible, you have to be a Kaiju Daddy channel member. And that has to be basically up until when I spin the wheel. So I'll take one last look and see if anybody's been added. The Kaiju Daddy channel membership, it's 99 cents a month. Let me explain it one more time. So you get exclusive live streams. We do live streams for channel members only. We do Q&As for channel members. Some people might appreciate the Q&As on the MOFFLE stuff, where you can ask me directly what's going on, what have they said. Recently, when I've been getting information on the MOFFLE stuff, I post it for the channel members only for about a week. So they have a heads up before anybody, before that information goes out. So that's, if people are looking to buy things, if people are looking to acquire something, you have a heads up, maybe to put some money aside. And for situations like this, you get opportunities to get figures that are harder to come by. So channel members has its perks. The Metacom show the other day, I put up a video and I was having a lot of trouble with the editing software. So if you watch the video, it's kind of jumpy. It's not the best quality. I had to switch computers a week ago. It's just extremely bad timing. And so I went back to the store. I went back to the event, and I filmed it again for channel members. So what I put up for the general public was about 22 minutes, 23 minutes, something like that, of the figures. It was pointed out to me that I completely went by Luke. I realized that after the fact. So I went back to the event and I filmed for over 30 minutes. And the quality is 4K, so you get much crisper images of all of the figures. And I kind of focus on the figures. Obviously, it's longer. I focus on the figures a little bit more. So those are the kind of things that channel members get. So if you want to have access to, for example, Hot Toys from Toy Sapiens, right now, all the stuff that people are going crazy trying to get from Sideshow, it's very readily available here on Toy Sapiens. So, we had do I even have one next to me? I don't. We had the event. Oh, I do. I had something on it. We're doing the WAFFLE right now for the Hono Studios Wolverine. I just opened mine the other day. It is an awesome figure. It's got a lot of heft to it, more than your typical Hot Toys figure. So it articulates really well, something that Hot Toys is notorious for not allowing. So these are the kind of things moving forward that I'm going to possibly make available to channel members only. So right now we have that WAFFLE going on. That WAFFLE for this particular figure, which is sold out everywhere. If you go on eBay and you look at the prices, the Hono Studio brown suit Wolverine, Hono is Hot Toys, by the way. If you look and see, it's going for $350, $400. So the spot is $10 per person if you want in. $10 is $10. It's not something to sneeze at, but it's a lot easier if you want this figure to spend $10 for the chance to get it versus $350, $400 to buy it. So these are the type of things that I try to make available. Basically, what I do is I'll pick up the figure if I know it's in demand. I'll set the minimum at what I paid, so I'm not losing money. So it benefits me to actually do this for you guys. I make it available to people, and once it hits what I paid, I break even. Then it goes. And if we get more backers, then it starts helping out with the shipping. So the shipping on this, as of right now, shipping, I pay half, the winner pays half. So this will be, we'll do the drawing for that on Sunday night, Eastern Standard Time. So I have enough time to put it in my suitcase and bring it with me to the airport to go to the States, if somebody wins it from, again, that part of the world. So membership has its benefits, has its privileges, shall we say. So let's go through. Mr. Mom is here. Hey, Mr. Mom. A lot of Ryans in the chat tonight. So yeah, Ray, we are waiting. That was kind of one of the reasons I made that talk. So hit up Greg, make sure Greg is here. As Ryan said, you need to watch these streams. So hey, KJ. So Ray, this will be your first. Wow, okay. Let me just address something with the with this. A lot of people are complaining, and I get it. It's kind of bare bones. The accessories, it's not a lot of accessories, but you know what? This guy doesn't come with a lot of accessories either. So we're being really kind of picky here when we're complaining about the accessories. Wolverine doesn't come with a whole lot either. People don't seem to really make that an issue when they're trying to get this figure. There are multiple Wolverines on the market from Mafex. There's 3. There's only one Phoenix. Would it have been awesome? Would it have been great if we got some effects? Of course it would have. And, hopefully they rectify that when it comes to the Dark Phoenix, when they eventually release that. But, you make do with what you have and what they give you. And again, if you decide not to support certain figures, they might look at the sales drop as an issue with maybe the line no longer being as as strong as it was. So you got to be careful with these things. Medicom is not a big company. They're not a big company at all. So that's one of the reasons for the higher price point. They don't have their own warehouse, their own factory. So, if you support certain businesses, if you like certain businesses, unless the figure is a total disaster, like the endoskeleton, sometimes you gotta bite the bullet and take one for the team, so to speak. So you might not love them all. You might not agree that it's the best release. I gave this figure an 8. There's things that I don't really like. The legs. I don't like that the hair gets in the way of the articulation for the head. I don't like that you can't move the head up at all, which is a recurring theme now with these newer releases. But, what are you going to do? I mean, you just, it's a good figure. It's not an L. It's a good figure. People's complaints are the lack of accessories. It has the same amount as Wolverine. If you don't have an issue with Wolverine, you really shouldn't have an issue with this. So anyway, so yeah, Ray, it's a good figure. It's a good figure. Now, if you're going to have it on the stand, the leg issue becomes mute. Not an issue at all. And when you do the drop down with the legs, you can get those legs folded really, really well for that look. You know, you want her kind of hovering over. I mean, it's a nice look. It's a very nice look if you put it on the stand. And MOFFX has awesome stands. You might have to tighten it with a small screwdriver, but you know, there's no other company in this scale giving you stands that are this good with each release, each figure release. It's great. So yeah, Jeff, it's a great figure. It really is. So now I don't know how to say this name. What is the name? You are in. I put all the names in just before we started the stream, so you're in it. We had 37 members as of 8:30 this morning. It's now 9:17 a.m. I'll take a look again right before I spin the wheel. If anybody's been added, I'll add you to the wheel. So right now there's 37 names on the wheel. So KJ, KJ, have you not gotten it? I'm going through. I haven't seen everybody's comments, but have you not gotten it? Greg is here. Cool. So let's go through. Oh, Jeff is a new member. All right, Jeff, let me add you to the wheel. So now we have 38. Jeff, you are on the wheel. We now have 38. All right. That's good. That's good. All right. So awesome, Jeff. Very good. Let's highlight that. Trumpets. That's pretty good. Thank you very much. So I can say it in here. One of the things I talked to Ryan about when it comes to channel membership. So right now we have 38, and YouTube takes 30% right off the top. So if I'm getting 99 cents, if you guys are paying 99 cents, I'm getting 69 cents. And, you know, 39 members is 39 members, and I appreciate it. It's great. But that would basically pay for like, maybe like a month of the streaming service with a little bit of an extended level, an extended tier. If we can hit, you know, tell your friends, tell your MOFFX friends, if we can hit, you know, 100 members a month, it's a lot. I mean, I understand that. It would be a lot easier for me to just, for members only, just give these things away, because you guys are paying for it, right? Like the membership money coming in, if there's 100 members, I would get $69. These figures are going for about $58, $60 these days. I could do a giveaway every month, and everybody could get a MOFFX figure. So, you know, spread the word, spread the gospel. Everybody join up, because again, I mean, just trying to help people out. Most people who are subscribers to my channel and members of the channel are not living in Japan. So, you know, you don't have easy access to these figures when they release, when they're reissued, when they're restocked. So, you know, try to help people out. Wait a second. Greg, you don't have any X-Men either? What? Come on, dudes. Look, I mean, it's a beautiful figure. How did you let these guys go by? Come on. Now, it's interesting Ryan brings this up, because I've seen photos that it seems like my original Jordan, I got the first release of Jordan. It seems like, according to some pictures, they changed the head sculpt in the MJ from the first release to the second release. So I've got an extra Jordan that I picked up for Ryan, but he ended up getting it somewhere else. So I still have it. I'm wondering if I should keep it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a look and see more. But I think most people who've been getting the MJ re-release probably didn't have the first release. So yeah, the backboard, the hoop is huge. It is. So 1/6 scale is too dangerous. Yeah, it's too dangerous, but it's pretty awesome. So I got the Deadpool right behind the computer. He's on a stand, so I don't really want to move it. But you know, like 1/6 scale stuff is awesome. It's not for dynamic posing. It's more for like you find a pose and that's it. He's on your shelf for years. You're not going to touch him. Whereas the 1/12 scale stuff, you're always fiddling with them. You're always moving them around. And I think that's why a lot of people, most people don't start off as 1/6 collectors. They start off as 1/18, which would be like Star Wars or G.I. Joe back in the day. Or they start off with 1/12 scale, whether it's Black Series or Marvel Legends or something else. And then they tend to gravitate because they're always searching for that perfect figure, right? They want that elusive look that you're not really ever getting when it comes to the smaller scale stuff. However, the smaller scale stuff, like they're killing it recently with the head sculpts, whether it's Mafex or Flash Studios, which is also now I'm out of focus, which is also Maniple. Let me stop my cam and get back on. Oh, it didn't change. What is going on? Maybe blurry is good. You don't have to see my ugly face. So with the improvement in the quality of the 1/12 scale stuff, you're starting to see. Maybe we'll. No, I'm not in focus anymore. Maybe we'll start seeing people go back towards 1/12 scale. I'm moving more towards the 1/12 scale simply because of space. I don't really have the space anymore. What do you mean Hot Toys as well? Membership, like waffles and stuff? Yes. Yes, it does. All right, Greg, let's go. Eric is here. Eric's been dealing with some real life things, and we're happy to have him back. Hey, Eric. So, yeah, it's like this figure, man. He is heavy. He comes with, so you can swap out the face plates. Like this one is, I'm not sure if you can see it. That one's kind of goofy. But you know, there's other ones. It's kind of like neutral, just kind of. And then, you know, but I went with the gritty, grinding teeth, gritty look. So it's really great. Some people don't like the, looks like he has boobs when he's kind of crunched over. As you can see, it's kind of big. But, you know, you just don't have him crunched over so much. You could never do a pose like this with a regular Hot Toys figure. The material just, it wouldn't allow it. I mean, you could, but your figure would be destroyed. So there's pluses and minuses to having Hot Toys figures. You're not going to, most of the time, you're never going to get a better representation of a figure, of a character. But at the same time, he's in a museum pose. And by museum pose, that's what we're looking at, just kind of standing there. So, hey, Jason. Jason's here. So, yeah. So let's quickly go through. It's a quick waffle raffle. This is not a long stream at all. I'm hoping to have this stream done relatively quickly. So we'll see. Let's go back to that. if you're in the middle of something, like I said, just make sure that you watch the video within 24 hours and get back to me if you end up winning. Yeah, Phoenix is great. How can they not re-release Deadpool? They will. They will. It's going to happen. Some people have said that the Figuarts one, which goes on sale tomorrow is August 1st here, the new Deadpool and Wolverine Figuarts figures, which look really good. Some people said that they want to wait on the Mafex. Mafex does not release movie figures for years. Years. When did No Way Home come out? 2 years ago? 3 years ago? At least 2 years ago. They're only soliciting those now. So if you want it in hand, you're looking at 3 years minimum before you would get a movie Deadpool from Mafex or a movie Wolverine from Mafex. So if you want those figures, I think the Figuarts is releasing February or March. I could be wrong. Might even be sooner. But having them in hand, you know, by the end of the year or soon thereafter, I'll go for that. So let me just keep going through. They'll re-release it. I mean, this one, the people who I talked to, they're basically telling me that they re-released or they restocked this Wolverine to kind of tie in with the movie. I think that you'll definitely see that Deadpool coming out within the next couple months. I would say so. So, yeah, I'm not gonna SF meaning San Francisco. Is that what it means? I don't know. I'm in the States, but I'm on the East Coast, so I'm flying direct. I'm flying direct from Tokyo to Boston. Okay. Yeah, that could be an issue. It could be an issue with the artists. I mean, it really just depends on what the stipulations were in the contract when these were created. So, all right, Greg, you're out. I'm removing you from the list. You're out. Psylocke is great. They have re-released that, I would say, twice, maybe 4 figures. Okay, which ones you got? Let us know. Write it in the comments. What do you got? All right, so Jason, I'll remove you from the list. If you want to be removed from the list, meaning you don't want the figure, you've already got it, you're set, let me know so I'll take you off the list. Al, one of the admins, you know, we all know Al. Al didn't want to be on it. He's got the figure, and I took his name off as well. So Ryan got scorched today. Ryan gets everything. Unbelievable. So yeah, they went up on Toy Sapiens. They're still up. You know, I got to go to the States. I need money for my family. I can't. If these things are still available at Toy Sapiens in a month when I get back, I'll put in my pre-order. And they might be. They might be. So I'll kind of wait. But I do want that Black Widow, and I want the Veda, I want the Grievous, I want the Black Widow, I want the Joker, the Imposter Joker. It's an awesome figure. And I want the Iron Man, the Mark 42, but I want the deluxe one. So, all right. So all right, Wilbert's off. Wilbert's off. Okay, cool. Thank you, Wilbert. Makes it a lot easier. increases everybody else's odds, I suppose. So let's keep going through. Yeah, Mr. Yamaguchi Goldberg. Yeah. So the white jersey, we'll probably be waiting for that for a bit. I couldn't tell you when. They are very, very secretive about when they're dropping stuff. I got a hint one time from somebody that a DC figure was going up, but they didn't tell me what. So the stuff that goes on pre-order, that's really hard to get that information. But again, the pre-order stuff, that's not hard to get. It's the reissues that you got to kind of know about, because those are extremely hard to get. I mean, like I said, it's a really good figure. If you're putting it on a stand, if that's how you want it displayed, on a stand with the flame effects around it or the Phoenix behind it, this is awesome. It really is. Yeah, but there are third-party claws out there, so maybe you can look into those. But remember, to get the Wolverine one more time, you have to be a channel member. It's 99 cents. You can join up now before I make the spin. I can add your name to the list, and hopefully you win. And to reiterate, if you win, you're paying the cost of the figure, which is $58 plus shipping. So yeah, you got the Batman. I remember when the first Hush Batman, what was it, the blue, the black? I can't remember at this point. But that re-release with Jean Grey, and they told me it was re-releasing the next day. And I was like, what? Tomorrow? Like, seriously? And they're like, yeah. So I put it up. I put it up on the old Facebook Metacom Mafex, the Mafex figure page. And people, man, they laid into me like, I don't know anything. I'm lying. Yeah. Nobody would tell me anything. How would I get that information? Because they've emailed Metacom about stuff, and Metacom has never replied. And then finally, I think maybe 5 or 6 hours later, Hobby Genki made an announcement that they would be getting figures for the next day. And people kind of, nobody apologized, but people were better. This is the same on Reddit. You know, it's like, I'm just posting this stuff so people who wanted a figure aren't paying the scalpers because it's coming out. And this is true of the Homelander. People, they have a ton of the boys figures coming out. Homelander is sold out. He is the core central character for that show. He will be re-released. Save your money. Do not buy at an inflated price. He will be re-released. Save your money. So, okay. Yeah, the new Jordan is the white home uniform. It's in the Metacomics exhibit or exhibition 2024 video. He knows, more money, more problems, right? So yeah, if you haven't been getting on the Amazing Yamaguchi bandwagon, excuse me, might be a good time. It's I think interest is at an all-time high. People have been asking me to do a review of this. This is an awesome figure. He's very bendy and he's very lanky, but he's a really, really cool figure. Really, really nice. Do I have any of the accessories around me? I don't think I do. I think I put them away. I didn't do a review because this figure released in excuse me, in Hong Kong a couple days before Japan. A couple of days. So reviewers in Hong Kong were putting out reviews. And I don't like to put out a review if I'm not first. Because, yeah, I mean, or I'm not the same day as someone else. If there's already 2, 3, 4 reviews of a figure out there, I feel like, what am I adding that some of these other reviewers didn't add? If I watch their reviews, if I find that maybe their review is lacking, maybe I will. But people, I mean, they give decent reviews and they have good quality cameras, and you might not get English commentary like you get with me. I know a lot of the Japanese reviewers, they just put subtitles in. And some of the Hong Kong reviewers might do the same, or their English might be a little bit difficult for some people to grasp. But there are reviews out there of the Spider-Punk. It's a really nice figure. If you haven't gotten it, you collect Spider-Man, you should probably look into getting it. It's a really cool figure. So I got 2 Conans too. I missed out on the Indiana Jones that was restocked on Big Bad today, unfortunately. All right, let me quickly go through this. I don't want to keep people too long. If there's questions or so on, here's something. All right, it's from Zach. Hono doing a limited drop for a beloved suit on only the 3rd drop pissed me off, so I canceled all my Hono. Now listen, Hono is Hot Toys. It is a sub-line of Hot Toys that is cost affordable, cost effective for collectors. And it's doing the comic line. It's the comic run. So if you have a problem with the Hono releases, the problem is Hot Toys. It's Hot Toys. It's their company. It's a subdivision of Hot Toys where they can say, this is our lower priced comic inspired line. Now, if you look at what Hot Toys has been doing, they've been doing exactly what Hono just did. Again, Hot Toys. All they've been doing, I think like 40% of, and this was like 2 weeks ago, 40% of all of their releases or announcements, all of their announcements for this year have been limited releases. So people complained. People complained around the time of Endgame Cap, that the market was flooded. The value of the figures before you even got it was lower than retail. People said, Hot Toys has to become more limited. And then InArt came, and InArt started upping the price and making their figures limited. We know what happened there. And Hot Toys listened. They almost never listened. They listened. And they started doing artisan pieces, just like people said they wanted. And they started making the figures more limited. Now, I started collecting Hot Toys back in 2013. I had seen Toy Sapiens for many, many moons, and I felt that everything was too expensive for me until you start buying them. And then, they are expensive, but you cut down on your other stuff. And when I started collecting in Japan, Toy Sapiens, Japan was the 2nd biggest market outside of Hong Kong, China. So things were selling out here in a day. Regular releases in a day. Now the limited releases from Sideshow, you're having issues with those. But in Japan, back in the day, you'd get a day, 2 days, 3 days, a lot, max, to get your orders in. And for the summer fair, those would sell out within hours. So you had to be on top of everything. Every single time you had to be on top of everything. Then everything became more widely available, and people, again, they started complaining, and Hot Toys said, all right, well, we'll make things limited. This is what people want. Now they do. I think they've gone overboard, but now they do. and people don't like it. So there is such a thing as too much, and I think that's where we are right now with Hot Toys. But you know, it is what it is. Now, Medicom last year, 2 years ago, they had the Medicom store exclusives, the Superman, Batman, Dark Knight Returns silhouettes, and they had Webman. Those are still available in the store. I don't think the market was there for those figures because they're niche figures, right? Like, not everybody needs a Webman. Not everybody needs a black or black silhouette Superman or Batman. But stores do these kind of things. Companies do these kind of things to generate hype, to generate interest. But canceling your POs, I mean, did you lose your non-refundable deposits? Man, stick things out. All right, let's just quickly, like I said, quickly go through. Yeah, man, just trying to help people. Figuarts is hit or miss, man. They're hit or miss. So, you know, sometimes you hit, like the new Tanjiro. I haven't gotten it yet. Hopefully I'll get it before I leave. People are saying it's an amazing figure. So this is the Demon Slayer, the Kimetsu no Yaiba figure. And like I said, this Spider-Punk is awesome. All right. Quickly. Yeah, you could meet me at the airport. Yeah. All right. So if you want the Wolverine, how do you win it? You gotta be in the WAFFLE. So there's information on our Facebook page. Don't tell my wife. Go on the page. You can just type in Wolverine WAFFLE, or you could type in my name, Robert James, or just Wolverine, and you'll find maybe the information. So you have to say you're in, quote unquote, in the comments, and then send me a direct message saying that you're in. I'll send you my PayPal information. You send me $10 per spot. So if you want one spot, it's $10. If you want two spots, it's $20, and so on. We'll do the drawing Sunday night, Eastern Standard Time, maybe around this time, maybe around 8 p.m. So people can know they won by the end of the weekend. So, but forget it. All right, Octavio, you're out. All right, let me find your name in here. Got it. Octavio's out. Thank you. So, like I said, just trying to go through here. Greetings. I'll do a quick review, huh? So you get great articulation on the knee. It's a double joint on the elbow, as you can see. It goes up more. Comes with another head sculpt. It's got a bunch of hands. It's more flimsy than a Mafex figure in terms of the stability, but he stands pretty well. I mean, you just got to get him in that sweet pose. I mean, I can't balance him on my hand, but he's a really cool figure. He is. So trust me, I would give that figure probably a 9. Probably a 9, maybe somewhere between a 9 and a 9.5. In terms of the Spider-Verse, it's a must-have. And I don't think he came with any webs. I don't think he came with the webs. He came with that time distortion thing. But he comes with a bunch of hands and like I said, another head sculpt and so on. So it's a good figure. My quick review, it's a 9.3. If you can find it, get it. Don't sleep on it. Just like that Indiana Jones Figure Watts. If you can get it, get it. It's a great figure. It didn't make my top 10 this year because I got it right at the end of last year, right at the end. So I didn't really want to include it. But if I had it in time, that would have been maybe top 5, top 3 of my 1/12 scale figures. That Figure Arts Wolverine is awesome. It's an awesome figure. Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about Hot Toys again, keep the limited stuff to the artisan stuff. Keep it there. But excuse me, you know, like Sideshow is still trying to get rid of their Mandos from 4 or 5 years ago. 4 years ago, I guess. Yeah. So I'm doing, every now and then I do Hot Toys waffles. I've got a couple figures that I'll probably do closer to the end of the year, so people can justify getting it as a Christmas gift to themselves. No news on this one. So this is one of the first figures they mentioned as a reissue. When I pried and I asked, they said towards the end of the year, most likely, and nothing has changed. We're now in the second half of the year. I would say don't expect it before October. That's just my feeling. Don't expect it before October. But again, as soon as we know, we'll know. I mean, nobody's going to keep that a secret. So if the Hush keeps selling, they'll keep putting out characters from the storyline. So like I said, with this, if you're getting the Marvel Legends because of the price, you don't want to pay the extra price for this, all right, that's all right. If you're getting it because you want that Phoenix base, okay. But if you're not getting it because of the lack of accessories, I don't think that that's a good reason. Because, like I said, the Wolverine has the same amount of accessories. Same. Nobody seems to be crying about that. So people are mostly just upset with the accessories or the lack of certain accessories. But, you know, that's just what Mafex does. All right. I think that I'm going to do the spin, all right? And then I'll get to other things. All right, so we'll do the spin. Good luck to everybody. If you're here, raise your hand and let me know if you want it. If you don't want it, say no thank you. Okay? All right. Let me just make sure nobody else has been added if it's not reporting. Give me a second, guys. If you're a channel member, give me a second. My phone has got no signal in this room. Give me a second. All right, nobody else after Jeff. Okay. So good luck, everybody. Here we go. Holy moly! What are the odds? Now, Greg, do you want this? Put your hand up if you do, or I'll do the wheel again. Nobody leave. Nobody leave. Nobody leave. Say, I want it. Greg, say, I want it. Or I don't want it. You want it. Okay. Boom. We're going to spin again. We got another one. We got another one. All right. 2 spins. 2 spins. All right. I'm going to take Greg off. Where's Greg's name on here? Where are you, Greg? Where are you, Greg? There you are. All right. Greg got it. I realized that I didn't do the thing straight away. All right. So Greg is off. Let me, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right. So let me do it this way. All right. So Greg won. I forgot to put it up like this. I'm sorry, guys. All right. So Greg won the first one. So I got 1. I got 2. I got 3. 3. Now, one of them I'll do again later in the year. But for tonight, we're going to do 2. So we got Greg as one of the winners. And we'll get our second winner right now, okay? All right. Everybody, hold on. Hold on. Here we go. The collector. All right, now. So that's Ryan. Now Ryan has told me that he was going to gift his win to someone of my choosing. Now there's a guy who I've been speaking with who really wants one. Apologies to those who I don't pick, but I'm going to reach out to this person in private, and I'm going to let him know that I've chosen him simply because of the situation that he's been conveying to me over these many months. So he's a good guy. He's a great collector. And Ryan has graciously allowed me to choose someone for that. So let's go to the results. So the 2 winners are there. You can see Greg and the collector Ryan. Now, one more time, I have a third one. I have one more that I am going to save and do probably in November, maybe along with a brown one, for people as we get close to Christmas and so on. Now, if we have, like I said, if we have 100 channel members by then, that bad boy will be free, and I'll send it out to whoever the winner is. So once we start getting 100 members a month, I'll start doing these things as free, as opposed to you paying me the cost of the figure. So we have another 3 minutes before I'm gonna sign off. Any questions before I do? Anybody want to pick my brain? I'm heading over to try to get some last minute information before I leave. If it's earth-shattering news, I'll think about telling people, maybe. I don't know. If it's just, it's okay, then I'll tell Ryan, and maybe he'll tell other people. So should you sell your 092 miles? Yes. But nobody here should buy it. I would say it's coming out again. Don't hold me to that, but I would say it is. They'll find a way to make it happen. And strike while the iron is hot, I guess, if you want to make some money from your figure. But I don't I don't recommend anyone who follows this channel to buy anything short of the 07, what is it, 075 Spider-Man. And that would be because they had two. They had the cell shaded one and the regular one. So yeah. All right. So what is the question? When a video of that awesome shelf? Well, I got this shelf, I got that shelf, and I'm gonna get a new shelf when I come back from the States right here. So this will go over here and you'll be able to see kind of a wider view. But this is like half my stuff. I got so much stuff that like I got a shelf here of like 30 figures. I need a case. I need a display case. I have no room here. It's so sad. It's very sad. So Greg, send me a message on Facebook. Send me a direct message and we'll work all that out. So one thing that Ryan and I did talk about is getting some of us, and we kind of did it a little bit earlier, but getting people to make videos of their collections. Now, I've said before, I'm compiling lists of people who are doing things, extra things, when we ask you to, like, what's your top 3 or what's your top 10, or in this case, showing us your collection. Now, when you show us your collection, you got to show us your whole collection. So you can edit the video, make it go faster or whatever. Try to keep the videos like a minute long. From a distance, you can kind of just point it out like this. You could have it just show that. But everybody who submits a video of your collection, a minute or less, I'll put you in the pool for the end of the year Mafex free giveaway, figure free giveaway. Maybe it'll be that Wolverine. I don't know. But sharing our collections with each other is great. I just need, I need my stuff better situated, and I need another shelf here to put some more of my stuff in that I want to show before I make a video. So hopefully in the fall, in the autumn, I'll do a video. So you paid high? Paid high for it? Yeah. Well, they've already done stuff. They've already done stuff. Will they do more? Or cross into? Yeah, probably. But like I said, like it's usually like 2 years after the movie comes out. So we're probably what, a year out after? So maybe next year we'll start seeing either the prototypes or we'll start seeing some stuff solicited. The figure arts, they have the upside down, they have the rooftop Miles and Gwen, which look pretty cool. If people are looking to get some more Spider-Verse figures, those are from across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, like they've done the other stuff. Like, I mean, if the issue is licensing from a particular sculptor, a designer, I'm not really sure. So the Jada stuff, I'm not all in on those. I mean, I've looked at them and I understand people like them. I know that the people at Jada from like some retailers and some collectors, they're not the friendliest people. I know McFarlane and Jada have bad reputations in terms of the people who run the companies, like the management and so on. So I don't like that Jada does all of these hard to get figures, all these repaints, all these really hard to get figures. I'm not about chasing all that stuff. Like Ryan hooks me up with a lot of these Hasbro Pulse G.I. Joe things, but you know, I don't want to go into lines knowing that certain things are really hard to get. If I'm already in the line and things are hard to get, that's different. I'm already in the line. But jumping into a line knowing that certain figures are really difficult to obtain, no. I got to pass on that. I mean, you know, they might be easy for some people, but definitely here in Japan, they're not easy. And like these recolored versions that are at Comic-Con or other places, I don't want to do that. Yeah, man, do your top picks. So you can do your top picks for like up until the end of June. Or at the end of the year, we're going to do, I want to do our top 24 for 24. So it's a lot better than top 10. It's a lot better than top 20. Your top 24 for 24. So you get a little bit more leeway. Hopefully you bought 24 things. So yeah. Yeah, that Indian Spider-Man looks pretty good. I gotta get that. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say, yeah, I mean, it's easy to get, but those repaints are not easy to get. Even if you live near a Target, like your Target that gets like the exclusives, they're not getting stock. So yeah, I mean, Jada Toys here, I've only ever seen the vehicles. I've never seen any of the figures anywhere. So with that, I'll say thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Ray, don't worry about it. I don't need a Jada figure. I don't need a Jada toy. It's okay. You know, you go down that rabbit hole, right? Oh, this is a cool. It's only $20. It's only $25. Don't do that to me, Ray. Don't do that to me. So, so again, with that, everybody, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. It was an hour. I thought it would be a 15-minute video. It's turned into an hour. I'm sorry. Greg, reach out to me, and the person who Ryan allowed me to choose, I'll reach out to you. So thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. Be good, be safe, and we'll have the stream Sunday night for that Wolverine. So if you haven't entered and you want that, send me a message on Facebook for that Wolverine. It's an awesome figure. So thanks, everybody. Take care. I'll see you all next time.